Welcome back to Ballroom Feed. Today we're continuing on with our Cha syllabus, and we're going to do the open break and the underarm turn. Let's get right in.
All right, leaders forward to open break and underarm turn. So I start the basic as normal. Side, back, forward, side together, side. And now is the first time I break backwards on my left foot. So I'm going rocking backwards on my left foot, all the same things I did backwards on my right foot, replace. And I say to the left, side, together, side. I now rock backwards again, but I have to rotate my body a little bit here. So I rotate at least 1/8 of a turn to the right to give her space to now do the turn underneath myself, forward, and then rotate back to face her again, side, together, side. Finish the basic forward, back, side, together. My timing is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and. We'll talk more about leading and following again towards the end of the video and how much rotation we're making together. One time facing you just because. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and.
All right, our first turn in the cha-cha. Let's do it. So we start with half of a side basic like we normally do. So we go side, forward, back, side, together, side. Now this next part for us is no different in the footwork. So it's still gonna go back like a side basic and forward, side, together, side. So in terms of the feet, our open break is only different with the partner. Without, it's literally your side basic footwork, okay? So we're gonna start out with that one more time just so you're clear, and then we're gonna go into the turn section. So we do side basic, forward, back, side, together, side. Now we do open break, back, forward, side, together, side. So now we're gonna start with our underarm turn. So we have a few different ways or amounts of rotation. I'm going to teach it the way we decided would be the most comfortable. So we're going to go at a slight angle, which means I'm going to rotate just about 1/8 of a turn, and you can point out the foot so you can kind of see where you are. Then we're going to step forward. From here, I'm going to pivot on this left foot. From here, I'm going to step forward on my right foot, pivot all the way back to my partner, and then go side, together, side, to get out of it. Okay, so let's just do that turn because obviously that's the hardest part. So we already did our cha-cha-cha. I'm gonna rotate about 1/8 of a turn. I step forward on my left foot. I rotate around halfway. From here, I step forward on my left foot, rotating back to my partner, and then I do my side, together, side as normal. Okay, so with the timing for just the turn, because I know that's the hardest part, I'm here on 1. You can point the foot, that's like a little more advanced later, so let's maybe not go there today. So we go here on 1, we're gonna step forward 2, we're gonna rotate in between on the and, we're gonna step forward 3, rotate in between on the and then we step 4 and 1. So we step on the beat and we rotate on the in-between count, okay? So I'm gonna do that with the ands one more time, and then I'm gonna take the ands out of it so it's not as confusing for those of us just learning. So from the 1, I go 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Okay, so now without the ands, I'm just gonna go 2, 3, 4, and 1. So of course, it's just taking out those extra counts. We're still turning on those counts, but just to make it a little simpler. Okay, let's do it from the beginning of the side basic all the way through with the counts. I'll add in the ands this time. And we go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, and 3, and 4, and 1. One more time with just the 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1.
So we're gonna go with timing. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 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 we're gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3, 4, and. All right, key points to this open break and underarm turn. So our new elements here now is obviously the open break itself, us creating space from each other, and then clearly her first turn, right? For both of us. So this open break, we'll do it from the side actually, you can see real quick, really, really tiny. So we did the beginning side, rock, step, cha, cha, cha. So my lead initially is I started to let go of this side and create some space between the two of us, just by, if we do the chasse, lowering my arm itself, or bringing it out to the side if you'd like to add some more styling to it, right? So then I lower my left hand a little bit here. Again, the same thing as the offset breaks. I want to get closer to the hips instead of leading anything too high, right? So I use my body now. I move myself away from the center, so she does the same thing. She was already going to rock back anyway, so it's not like I have to lead any kind of change. Doesn't matter. I'm just moving myself away from it, right? And then we come back forward towards each other and then go side together, side. A lot of things are going to come from this open break. So the open break doesn't mean underarm turn, it just means I'm changing something and leading a new pattern, right? So we chasse again, we go 4 and 1. I lower this hand so we can both break away from each other, replace, and I'm going to bring this back up to a normal dance position height, kind of saying I'm going to lead a turn, right? What happens now in terms of leading and following this turn is she will rotate as much as I do. So in this one example, we chose the 1/8 of a turn because we think it's the easiest for at this point. I've rotated my body an 1/8 of a turn to the right, so did she. I go to rock backwards, which makes her come forward. And then here, I rotate my body away a little bit more to initiate the rotation, which is getting specific. We'll do more detailed videos on this in general. I now walk forward, so she does too, and then we rotate back to face each other, and then chasse to the side again to get out of it, right? Incredibly, incredibly briefly, there are other versions of this turn where we can make it more a flat line instead of on a diagonal, but just so you know that both those things are options. She could walk directly across herself and walk forward here, and we can come back towards each other again because I rotated more and gave her that amount of space, right? We're just teaching this version right now. So if we do one more time from the beginning, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, I've lowered it. We both rock backwards, 2, 3, 4, and 1. We stay facing each other, and then we go to rotate on the and count, which Lynn's talked about very well. 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. We're back together. We're going to use this pattern a lot, or the underarm turn a lot, to end a lot of patterns, but the open break is a great way to get into a lot of patterns. So this is a really good starter one, which is our third free pattern here now in the syllabi.
Okay, so obviously for the arms, we have a few options, right? So depending on when he actually separates from you is when you could change the arm, right? So what I prefer to do is actually keep the arm, even if he separates here, I keep it in. That way for the back break, I actually extend it out and then come in. That's it, basically. So it comes out in the break, comes back in, and then I'll keep it in before the turn. And then as I turn, I want to make sure that I've passed my partner. Once I've passed him, I can extend the arm out. You can also just keep it on the hip if that's easier. And then it just leads itself right back into dance position at the end. So the timing of that is pretty important because we don't want to make sure we don't hit him or anything like this. So it's actually just right after you made the rotation. It's like an extension of the rotation. Sorry, I don't have much room back there to show you, but we'll do, again, whole videos on just this very basic turn because it has a lot of techniques to it. So that being said, all I did was keep the arm in until, so if we went 1, 2, 3, arm in, cha-cha-cha, it goes out, in, stay in, goes out after the turn, comes back to my partner after we face him again. So one more thing I did want to talk about with the turn is spotting with the head. I'm going to spot where I'm going. So say we did our cha-cha-cha. Now I'm going to spot where I'm going, which is an 1/8 of a turn to my right. The second one is after we make that first halfway rotation. And then the third one is back to our partner. It's simply following the placement of my body. So if I'm turning this way, I'm going to look there. If I'm turning this way, I'm going to look there. And if I'm turning back to my partner, I'm going to look there. This helps make it look really clean, keep balance and awareness of our space. So it's very important for all those things and of course the aesthetic of it all. as well. It always goes to that at the end, especially in dances like cha-cha. So that's really important. You can add the arms and just make sure with the turn that you take 2 beats. A lot of the times people think it's so fast and they come around in 1 for some reason, but we actually have 2 beats in this turn. So we go cha-cha-cha, we have 1, 2, cha-cha-cha. That's not the timing, that's just the number of the beats, okay? Of course, as we know, it's 2, 3 with the timing. But that's another thing to watch out for, okay? One thing I just have to comment on the open break itself is he does a great job of not like pushing me away. So when we go into open break, like he said, he doesn't need to change anything. He's actually the only one changing the feet and the arms. I'm doing my basic step, and then I can do something with my arm if I want to. So he's keeping this hand low to help send the center, but also just for the look of it all, this would look a little funny. But he doesn't actually need to push me away because I'm already going there in my cha-cha basics. So there's no need to redirect. You really don't have to give anything at all. All you need to do is separate yourself and leave this in the center. So that's something really big for that. Also for this, sometimes people think they have to lift their arm really, really high, but you actually don't. You just need to lift it just above her head. And then for me, we can talk about this later, but I'm trying to keep my hand actually at a 90-degree angle right in front of myself at all times. But again, we just could go on and on about this underarm turn, which we will. So we'll move along and check out the rest of our cha-cha stuff for you. See you. Bye. Alright guys, thanks for sticking to the end of the video. If you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Comment down below. It really helps us out, get our channel out to other people. And if you want to see more cha-cha, we have a bunch more patterns for you up on our website. So we're going to link that down below. They're a little more advanced. And of course, we still do it the same style as these videos, very in-depth for you, okay? And be sure to check out the rest of the stuff we have up here for you. We have a bunch more. We're going to come out with more stuff out every week, you know. And we'll see you again in the next one. Bye.